I'm gonna taste it. Wow. Wow, that's actually wow, that's actually really good. So all I gotta do is take this, this thing, this, and this. And this is a masticating juicer. Now, if you don't know what a masticating juicer is, first off, you gotta know what masticating is. Masticate is to chew. So this juicer simulates the same thing that you do in your mouth with separating the juice from the plant material, the fibrous plant cellulose material that's in your fruits and vegetables. This does the same thing. Allows you to separate that juice from like anything, like say like an apple or even something complex like a piece of spinach. Spinach, no matter how much I squeeze this, I can't get any juice out of this. But this can with this auger bit. To even want to get one of these things, you got to know the benefits of it. But first off, a masticating juicer gives you access to the most amount of nutrition in a smaller package. So imagine that. Instead of having to eat a whole huge salad just to be able to get whatever amount of nutrition is supposed to be in that, imagine taking it from such a big package and making it into a smaller package. That's what it allows you to do. The masticating juicer that I'm going to be using is from Omega. This one I picked up in 2017. At the time, this one was one of the most cheapest ones. It was like about like $160 or something like that. Now it was cheap for that time. Because of social media, these things have become much more popular. Like they become more exposed. So now these other companies are making these kind of juicers and they're coming out at a lot cheaper price for you people. So you can get a juicer like this one or even a better one like the vertical one that I like where you can fit a whole apple in there. Much cheaper than what I paid for this one. About $100 you'll be able to get yourself a decent horizontal or vertical masticating juicer. Now like I said, the masticating juicer, it simulates the way your mouth functions, right? So you got your teeth, your tongue, your cheeks, and all the little mechanisms in there, all the muscles, they work together to either swallow all the fiber, the juice, or you can spit that fibery stuff out and just swallow the juice. You know how you're chewing something up that's really kind of chewy, and it's easier to just swallow the juices from that food instead of trying to swallow the food. So then you end up spitting the food in your little napkin. Never mind. This machine is glorious because it allows you to separate all that fibrous material so then you can get more nutrition in a smaller package. So remember I said that there was different kind of juicers. This one, the tube is real small, but at the time, the vertical one was way more expensive. I'm talking about $200. Some of these ones were $500. Now you can get them for like $100, $75, $60. You can get a masticating juicer for a good price. Now first, before I get started and give you a demonstration, you gotta know that there's different kind of juicers. First off is just a regular old blender. That's not even a juicer. You're just chopping up whatever you're putting into it into little tiny pieces. Not the same as what this does. Then the next one is like the centrifugal juicer. It spins around real fast and you put like either a cucumber or something in there, but you can't put everything in there. If you try to put spinach in there, it won't even do it. It just spins it around and spits it out the edges and you get no juice. Worse than a blender when it comes to something like spinach. And the top of them all is the masticating juicer. I say it's number one because it's the most complex. It can do the most complex type of job. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how easy it is to use a masticating juicer. For anyone who's considering doing a juicing detox, I suggest you watch my next video that I'm about to put out after this one. So I'm just going to take a simple apple. This is the cool thing about this kind of juicer. You don't really have to separate all the pieces because it separates all the seedy stuff. You can even put a stem in there and it'll spit. It's probably not going to get any juice out, but it's going to come out. It's not going to mess anything up. It's not like a regular blender or a centrifugal juicer where you got to make sure, oh, you can only put certain things in there. You better skin it. It'll spit the skin right out. Watch. So cut up a couple pieces, apple, maybe some carrot, spinach, just to give you a little demonstration. Plugged in. It's got forward and reverse. You go in reverse when something gets stuck in there, but I think we're good to go. We're going to go to forward. And I'm going to start with an apple slice. Just simple. Just put it in there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Almost forgot the screen that goes under here. Right there to catch any extra pulps, and you get a nice juicy juice and not all frothy and foam. It's really just to catch the foam. And then my little pusher thing. I just push it through like that. It's real simple. It may be a little extra work having to clean it, take it apart, go through the work to make the juice, but the best things in life take a little bit of work. You're going to get so much more nutrition making your juice fresh. Because what is this juice? Because this kind of juice is expensive when you get it from some other place, or even when you get it from the store where it's like comes in a bottle and it's fresh pressed juice, but yet it has like an expiration date from like 35 days from the time that you buy it. Only reason they're able to sit on the shelf like that so long is because they have some kind of preservative put in them, or it's sitting on the shelf and say it may not be getting moldy or something, but the nutrition that's inside of fruits and vegetables is on like a time limit. So you got to think of that. You got to remember that when you're processing your foods. Look at that. It's good juice right here. You see this? This is all that's left. It's like a crumbly fruit stuff. It's like just crumbly, and I can ball it up into like a little putty ball. See? And it's all dry. There's no juice in this. This is completely dry. This is cool. I love this thing. Throw a couple carrots up in there. Some of the things you don't even have to push. They just do it by itself. Now here's a special thing. The one thing that those other juices cannot do. Blenders just chop it up. Centrifugal juicers just spin it around. This one actually gives you juice. Stuff that in there. And you're definitely going to need a little stuffing for this thing. This is a good little combination. Spinach has kind of like a strong flavor, but it's dense in nutrition. So I can take all that spinach I just had right here, the big old pile, and turn it into like a little shot. That's how they get those wheatgrass shots. They take grass and they put it in through like a masticating juicer, and you get a little bit of juice. See this right here spitting out? So all that's left of the spinach right there. Push one more apple in there just to wash it all down. And then with the juicer, I can get all the nutrition. Like I said, spit all this junk out so then you don't have to worry about even digesting it, because a lot of the plant, vegetable, fruit material, your body doesn't digest it anyways. So this allows you to get the nutrition. Now, fiber does have its place, and fiber is very beneficial for helping your intestines clear out the wall and everything. It's like having like a rag go through and clean it up. But this technique right here is still very useful in getting your nutrition condensed into a smaller package. Let's see what we got in here. Let's see what we made. Move that there. I'm gonna show you guys this. Check this out. Remember I told you the screen catches like a little foam. Let's put that to the side. And this is our juice right here. And this is an apple, a couple carrots, some spinach. I'm gonna taste it. Wow, that's actually that's actually really good. It's been a while since I've used this thing. Like I said, I bought this in 2017. So I've been doing this stuff for years. So when you first get it, you're gonna be using it every damn day probably. But after you've had it for years, it becomes like a treat. This is a tool to give yourself access to almost medicine, a form of plant medicine, condensed fruits or vegetables. Because the downside of vegetables like spinach, kale, all these other vegetables have so much nutrition. The downside of them is you gotta be so full just to be able to get certain amount of protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals. You gotta eat so much of them. That's why this is so beneficial. Not that removing fiber is what you want to do every single time, but doing this technique right here is super beneficial for getting your stats up and through the roof. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, don't knock it till you try it. Make sure you subscribe if you're not, so then you can catch the next one where I talk about using juice to detoxify your body, detoxify your gut, and give you more energy. I've talked about it in a previous video, but now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Oh man, that's good. I gotta make me some more of this juice. I'm telling you, the apple, carrots, good at masking that spinachy flavor. See you guys on the next one. Peace.